Alright, so I'm going to try something new today. I'm going to try the chest mount again. I've tried it in the past and I didn't really like it. I kept hearing a clicking noise, but I think that was the external housing. The Hero 5s, you don't technically have to run a housing, so I ditched that. I just got the skeleton on there, the one it comes with, so we'll try that out. I'm going to do that ride I did yesterday, or the day before, backwards, the one I liked, down to Pilot Rock, so we shall see. I got my bike back, my Intense, I'm on that. It's got the Ikon, Maxis Ikon rear, 27.5, 2.35. I took the Maxis DHF off. It was a 2.5, and I just think it was too big. So we'll see how this one does. I was actually, like I said in that other video, I wanted to get the Aggressor because I really like that. It's on my Anthem. But, oh shit, that was a double shift. Didn't mean that. I'm going with no music today, even just lightly in the background, because if I'm gonna pursue trying to grow the channel or get into copyright issues, and it's just not worth it. It would suck to get a really good video and not be able to use it, or it get deleted. I need to figure out audio, because on this Hero 5 there's two microphones and they don't work well together. Get that wind thing, like the fur that I've seen other guys use, and see if that helps. The trick will be getting it to fit inside that little skeleton case. I was playing around with YouTube the last couple of, well, yesterday mainly, trying to figure things out, and there was a lot of things I didn't know about, like how to do, and so that's kind of cool. I think I've always been kind of hesitant of really going after growing it because I don't know, failure. So I'll probably edit this video. Hopefully it turns out with the angle and maybe see what I can gain out of it, if I can grow. If nothing else, it's a great way to post the videos and kind of keep an eye or have a record or whatever of my progressions. Oop. The other thing I was kind of trying to figure out is whether or not I wanted to just go ahead and start a new channel, because this one has a lot of my moto stuff on there. I kind of, at the moment, decided just to keep it and maybe do both. And I don't know how well that'll go, but I was putting together I don't know, like a video a month when I was racing, and then I just kind of, I don't know, lost interest. I don't know why that freaks me out so much, but maybe this will relight the fire I've kind of lost with racing here lately. Plan on doing some trips here coming up. Obviously those will be highlighted. I've been watching a lot of videos from, like, I don't know how far you get around on YouTube, but if you're a mountain biker, I'm pretty sure you know who BKXC is. Oh, I should have went the other way. This will have to be edited out. There's a little bypass here to the left, but actually, you know what? I'm still learning, and for some reason, corners, like soft corners like that, I just feel like I'm gonna lose the rear, and so I bail. So far, I like this tire. Remember, yes, I edited this part out of the other day's video because, well, it's all uphill, so I'm gonna do it again. All right, I'm back. Made it to the top. Out of breath. So this is kind of where I stopped videoing the other day on Wednesday. You go left, that's the way I normally would be going. You go right like I just did right now, and this puts you going counterclockwise on Watershed towards well, I think you'll come to the Pilot Rock turnoff first, and then after that you'll come to the beer bottle turnoff. I have never gone this way. This direction, I mean. This is up first. Won't go any much further because I'm actually going to take Pilot Rock. And I was thinking about doing a, I don't know what it would be called, like a review / release of my new bike. I haven't seen many on YouTube, so I figure it's worth a shot for anyone that's curious or would just like to look at it. Interesting story, sort of, I guess, to me, is it wasn't necessarily my first choice. I had actually put a deposit down on the Santa Cruz High Tower, the new one, 2018. Their 27.5 plus carbon model. I was super excited. I mean, I was looking at the Intense, but I sort of liked the components a little better on the Santa Cruz, so that's why I went that direction. The bad news was they told me it was going to be about 4 weeks before it was shipped. And that alone was almost enough to make me not pull the trigger, but I decided to go with it, even though I was eyeballing the 2017 Intense Recluse, that turquoise edition, or teal or whatever. So I wait the painfully long 4 weeks, and I call for an update, and they tell me, well, I could tell, you know, I felt bad for both of us, and I could tell by his voice that it wasn't good news. And he told me that it looked like it was gonna be another 3 to 4 weeks, and I just, I'm not exactly a patient person. So I told him I'd call him back. I was gonna think it over the night, and you know, I immediately started looking at the different options. I even considered the Santa Cruz Hightower limited edition, which is that, I don't know what color, yellow, but I thought about that. But I wasn't really sold on it. My biggest thing is once I get through figuring out the bikes and the components, the color really means a lot to me. I feel like I should like to look at my bike and feel good about it. And so anyway, I got on my computer and I was gonna look at that Intense, and when I pulled up Intense's website, they had released a new bike, the 2018 Recluse. I looked at all the components and I was just like, oh my god. It had everything that I would wanted that didn't come on the previous year and more, and the color was awesome. So that sort of made my decision for me, and I gave Ryan at Core North a call up in Idaho that I was dealing with, and he cut me a sweet deal on this bike, and it was there within a week. He also made sure to put it all together because obviously he's in Idaho. He got it to his shop, put it all together, and then took it apart. The least he, you know, could was shipping it safely so that it was almost ready for me to go when I got it home. And I got it home, and a buddy of mine, Nick Bliss, came over, and he put that thing together in like 25 minutes, if that. The funniest part was, and I didn't tell him this, but you know, I got the bike, got it out of the box, I'm looking at all the components, and I'm like, oh my god. I wanted it together like instantly, but I'm not even gonna lie, I was so intimidated. I was about to have to pull up YouTube. Well, I had posted a thing, an update on Facebook showing that I had gotten the bike and was super pumped. And I had already been thinking like, you know, should I text or message Nick, you know, just to let him know if he had some time in his day to come by. That would be super awesome. He texted me or messaged me within like, I don't know, 2 minutes or so of me posting and asked if I was home, and I said yes. And he said that he would be there in like 15 minutes. So I was like, hallelujah, because I didn't have to bug him. And I was gonna have the bike put together right and not have to worry about it. Because if I did it, I don't know that I would have trusted it out on the trail. But yeah, it was, sometimes things happen for a reason, you know? I was supposed to have this bike all along. It just wasn't ready yet. So it's kind of cool to look at it that way, you know? A little patience goes a long way. And I mean, Lord knows I did a ton of research. It took me forever to make the decision on the Hightower. Especially, I mean, I kind of got it narrowed down to 2 or 3 bikes, and the main ones were the Hightower and the Recluse. But yeah, kind of cool to look at it that way. My first trip, I took it out on like a quick ride, but my first legitimate rides on it were actually at Big Bear, and it was so much fun. The only problem I really had was the brakes. The fronts were okay to start. The rears were terrible. I mean, like, I didn't even feel anything engage until it was like touching my knuckle, the lever. And even then it was kind of squishy. So I thought maybe it needed to be bled. So I actually took it into the shop there at Big Bear at the resort, and the guy bled the rear, and it didn't really actually make that big of a difference. And then by Sunday, my fronts were feeling the exact same way. So I mean, it still performed great, and, you know, I'm not going super fast. I'm not to that level yet, but yeah, it was a great weekend. I was super thankful that Core North got me the bike super fast, and that they took the time to go through it and make sure everything was okay, and then they packaged up Precious, and it made it to me. I actually finally dropped the bike off at our local shop here yesterday, or actually Tuesday evening, to have this new rear tire put on, and then to have my brakes bled. I need to learn to do that stuff myself though. That was super expensive. Another thing I need to do is work on setting up my suspension. I finally messed around with the air pressures, lowered them a little bit, because I was only using about half of my travel on the front, on the fork. I'm super happy with my purchase. You know, the only thing is I'm a beginner, and the only thing I was really dragging my feet about, even though the price was really good, was this carbon frame. Like, oh my god, and the wheel. Everything on this bike is basically carbon. You know, and I know my best crashes aren't behind me yet, so it's just, I don't know. I finally just said, what the hell, you know, like, this loose stuff always gets me. Anyway, I pulled the trigger. The high tower was going to be carbon as well, you know, and I was nervous with that, but you know, it is what it is. You know, cross that bridge when it comes. They did say that if something were to happen, that, you know, carbon frames are fixable, you know, depending. Whoa. So, I don't know. Oh, shoot, there's people out here. I wanted to do my review of the bike down here because it's so pretty. Look at that. How freaking awesome is that? We're super lucky to live here. Looks like people are camping down there. I don't know what you can see. That's pretty freaking rad right there. This is Havasu for you if you haven't been here. You should definitely come because we've got a lot of everything. A little light tower up there. It's Friday, so decent amount of boats. It's perfect weather right now. Oh, and they even have a bathroom down here. So I'm going to stop this video for right now and look at doing my review of the bike right there.